Well, it's almost hard to believe that in this day and age, men are still paid more than women. The Equal Rights Protest Group brought a bill for $4 billion to Wellington yesterday, saying it's money female workers are owed. Well, joining me now from the New Zealand Federation of Business and Professional Women is Angela McLeod. Good morning, Angela. Thanks for being with us.
Morena.
The $4 billion figure yesterday that you took to Parliament, where did that figure come from?
That figure comes from the New Zealand Income Survey. The average weekly income for women is $618 a week, and there's 12% of the year left to go, which is approximately 7 weeks. So 7 times 618 gives us a figure of 4,326 in the pay gap, and if you multiply that by the amount of women in the workforce, you get approximately $4 billion.
One of your messages that we perhaps took home from yesterday's protest was the fact that if you're a woman, some women in employment right now, your pay pretty much stops now in theory. You're not being paid for the rest of the year.
Pretty much, that's how we worked it out. 88% of the year has gone, there's 12% of the year left. So yes, the 12% gender pay gap has equated to that 12% less of the year, pretty much.
Are some industries worse than others, or is it across the board?
I mean, the 12% is across the board because it's an average, but yes, there are some industries worse than others. The industries that are those that are dominated by women, and they are generally the lower paid occupations, such as residential aged care workers and school support workers.
So the problem is, with the discrepancy, is not necessarily the fact that they are women, just the fact that women are often overrepresented in the lesser paid, or some would say more menial jobs.
Well, that's one of the reasons, but I think one of the others is about the fact that we are women. I mean, one of the statistics is that there's a lot of women come out of university, and by the more women than men graduate, and by the end of their first year, their pay gap is 8%. So why is that? That's not because they're in the lower paid jobs. It could primarily be because they are women.
You seriously believe that? You think that employers are paying women less because they are women and they're valued less?
I'm not sure. Well, I have anecdotal evidence that that is possibly the case. I don't have any, research material that would back up that. I know that the Ministry of Women's Affairs are working on that, but I know that there are women that are offered $10,000 less than their male colleagues as a starting rate.
How can women change this? Is it a matter of negotiating better with an employer individually, or do you think something needs to be done at a national or government level?
Well, the Pay Equity Challenge Coalition, of which we are part of, is working on educating women and pressuring the government to make change. But also what women could probably do is that the unionised workplaces, or women in unions, are generally paid more because as part of the collective bargaining process, they take into account fair pay.
Are there better industries for women to be employed in, Angela, if you're wanting more fairer pay?
Well, because the 12% gender pay gap is across the board, I'm not sure that there would be any necessarily industry. It's more about the employer valuing the women that work for them.
Okay.
So you need to find that out, and I'm not sure how easy that would be either.
All right, Angela McLeod, good luck with your ongoing plight for women being paid more in the workforce.
Thank you very much.
We'd love some feedback.